gorilla destroying bulletproof glass. But how is that even possible? It's more than raw power. It's this amazing combo of diet, body design, and muscle mechanics. Stick around. We're revealing all the secrets to their mind-blowing strength. So, what's the #1 reason for a gorilla's staggering strength? You might think it's some exotic jungle meat, but you'd be way off. The real powerhouse is hidden deep within their gut, fueled almost entirely by plants and a microscopic army of helpers. This is where it gets wild. We're taught big muscles need big animal protein. Gorillas just laugh at that idea. They build their incredible physiques on a diet of leaves, stems, and fruit. How? Their digestive system is like a supercharged fermentation tank. They devour huge amounts of tough plant material, stuff we couldn't hope to digest. Inside their extra-long intestines, specialized bacteria get to work. These tiny dynamos break down all that fiber, transforming it into energy and, crucially, synthesizing the essential proteins the gorilla needs. They're essentially running an internal 24/7 protein factory powered by greens. It's a mind-blowing feat of nature, turning simple plants into pure power. Now, that incredible plant-based fuel is one thing, but what about the machine it powers? A gorilla's body is an absolute masterpiece of engineering, built for raw, brute force. It's not just about having large muscles. Their entire skeleton, the density of their bones, even the way their muscles attach, are all optimized for strength, giving them a huge advantage. Picture this: a massive, barrel-shaped chest, incredibly broad shoulders providing solid anchors for those powerful arm muscles, and bones that are significantly denser and thicker than ours. Their arms are long and packed with muscle, and their hands and feet are designed for grappling and supporting their immense weight. Even the way they move, knuckle walking, constantly strengthens their upper body. And that bony ridge on the top of a male gorilla's skull, the sagittal crest, that's not just for looks. It's the attachment point for incredibly powerful jaw muscles, letting them chew through the toughest vegetation. They are, quite literally, built from the ground up to be titans of strength. So, their bodies are like biological tanks, powered by an internal plant-fueled engine. But how do their muscles actually work to produce such explosive force? Well, it comes down to the very fibers they're made of. Gorillas have a much higher percentage of what scientists call fast-twitch muscle fibers compared to us humans. Think of these fibers as being designed for speed and power, like a sprinter exploding out of the blocks. They contract very quickly and very forcefully, perfect for those short, intense bursts of effort gorillas need for climbing, tearing apart branches, or making a sudden display. We humans tend to have more slow-twitch fibers, which are better for endurance, like a long-distance runner. So, while we might last longer, a gorilla can unleash a shocking amount of power in an instant. It's a different kind of athleticism, perfectly suited to their life in the forest. And it's not just the muscles themselves, it's how the brain controls them. The nerve pathways sending signals from the brain to a gorilla's muscles are set up a bit differently than ours. We have incredibly fine motor control, allowing us to do delicate tasks. A gorilla's nervous system, on the other hand, seems geared towards activating large groups of muscles all at once. So, when a gorilla decides to use its strength, it's less about precision and more about unleashing a massive, coordinated burst of power. They don't have the same subtle governors we do, meaning more of their raw strength potential can be tapped instantly. This leads to those displays of almost unbelievable force, even if it means a little less finesse in their movements. You might wonder if gorillas need a gym membership with all this natural power. The truth is, their everyday life is their gym. From the moment they're young, their existence is a constant strength training program. Think about the sheer effort of hauling their heavy bodies up trees, something younger gorillas and females do regularly, or the force needed to break thick branches for food or to build a fresh nest of leaves and twigs every single night. Even just moving around on their knuckles all day provides a constant workout for their upper body. This isn't a choice. It's a necessity for survival, keeping their muscles and bones in peak condition throughout their lives. Now, if you look at a gorilla family, you'll immediately notice the big guy, the silverback. Male gorillas are dramatically larger and more muscular than females, and there's a very good reason for this. It all comes down to competition and responsibility. The silverback is the leader and protector of his group. He defends them from threats, whether it's a leopard or another rival male trying to take over. This role demands immense physical presence and strength, traits that have been favored by evolution for generations. A male's size and power are directly linked to his ability to lead, protect his family, and pass on his genes. That impressive, silver-haired physique is a badge of honor, earned through years of development and the pressures of gorilla society. And when it comes to showing off that power, gorillas are masters of display. They'd much rather intimidate an opponent than get into a risky physical fight. The most famous display is the chest beat. A silverback might hoot, stand on his hind legs, maybe tear up some vegetation, and then rapidly strike his cupped hands against his chest. This creates a deep, drumming sound that echoes through the forest, a clear signal of his presence and power. This, along with loud roars, grunts, and sometimes short, sharp charges, is usually enough to warn off rivals or settle disputes. It's a very effective way to communicate dominance and avoid unnecessary injury. Beyond their powerful limbs and impressive displays, gorillas also possess an incredible bite. Those massive jaw muscles, anchored to the sagittal crest we mentioned earlier, give them a bite force that's many times stronger than a human's. This isn't primarily for fighting, though. It's essential for their diet, allowing them to crush and grind tough bark, stems, and other fibrous plants that would be impossible for us to eat. It's another specialized tool in their arsenal, perfectly adapted for their plant-based lifestyle. With all this talk of power and dominance, it's important to remember the gentle part of gentle giant. Despite their intimidating strength, gorillas are generally shy, peaceful animals. That King Kong image couldn't be further from the truth. Their strength is mainly for defense, for getting food, and for those social displays, not for unprovoked aggression. They spend most of their days quietly foraging and resting with their families. Aggression is a last resort, typically only seen if they feel threatened, if their young are in danger, or during those rare but intense confrontations between rival males. It's a beautiful paradox. Immense power coupled with a remarkably calm and introverted nature. Incredible, right? The sheer power nature packs into these animals. We're always uncovering amazing stories like this. Got a favorite gorilla fact from today? Share it below. To keep exploring with us, hit subscribe and join the raw power of nature journey.